Okay, so this is part 2 of the Google Spreadsheet M&M activity. So you're going to start off step 1 here. Well, basically in this activity, in this part of the activity, we're going to be looking at the class data this time around. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open your spreadsheet from your drive. So from your drive, go ahead and open up the first part of the assignment that you've already completed. Okay, step 2 says you're going to add a new sheet by clicking the plus sign at the bottom. So if we head to our sheet, you notice down here at the very bottom it says sheet 1. We're going to go ahead here and click that plus sign. You'll notice that adds a second sheet into our spreadsheet. If you want to go back and forth between the two, you simply click and you can go back and forth between them. Step 3, change the title of both of the sheets. We're going to title sheet 1 individual pie chart, and we're going to title sheet 2 class data. To change the titles, I'm going to hover over where it says sheet 1 and I'm going to right click. And then this menu will appear and we can go ahead and hit rename. I already forget what I told you to name it. Individual pie chart. So again, let me do that again real quick. Rename individual pie chart. Once you title the sheet, you can go ahead and just click in any cell and you'll see those changes will take place. For the second sheet, we were going to title that class data. So do the same thing, right click, rename. Remember, I always like your titles to be capitalized. That's very important when you're doing these activities. If you noticed, when you right click, there was also another option there, and it's up to you if you want to do this. It said change color. So if you want to change the color of your sheets, it really doesn't do a whole ton, just puts a line under it. You can do that as well. Okay, that was step 3. Step 4 says open the class data spreadsheet by clicking here. You will need to select all of the data and copy it. So go ahead, open up the class data. Now at this point we will have already filled this in together. So we will have done that prior to starting this activity. So once it loads, you're going to click where it says blue in the upper left hand corner, click and drag to highlight, to select all of the data of your classmates. Once you do that, you can either hit Control C or you can right click and hit copy. And then you're going to go into your data, into your spreadsheet, and you're going to click in box A1 or cell A1, and you're going to hit either Control V or right click and hit paste. And you should see all of the data appear. Once you do that, you can actually go ahead and X out of the class data tab that you opened from clicking on the link. Okay, step 5 we actually already did. It said paste the class data into the new sheet that you titled class data. Did that one. Step 6, we're going to find the following using the functions tool. And then we're going to organize this data on a separate part of the spreadsheet. So the first thing we're going to find is the total number of M&Ms for the entire class. So head back to your spreadsheet. Do not select the titles of the columns. What you want to select here, start off with your very first piece of data. Mine's in cell A2, yours probably is too. Click, hold down the mouse, the clicker, the left button, select all of the data. So again, you'll see that blue box around the data that is selected. You're going to go over here to your functions icon. In this case, we're finding the sum. Select it, and then it's telling you this is what you want to find the sum of between these cells, and you're going to go ahead and hit enter. And you'll see that in this case there was a total of 660 M&Ms. Now my data probably will not match yours. If you have a different number here, that's totally fine. Let's go over here. We're just going to organize this data on the side. Doesn't matter where, just somewhere off to the side. So I'm just going to put total here. And then over here, I'm going to go ahead and put 660. Then you can go back down here and delete that because now you've got it over here to the side. Okay, we needed to find the minimum amount of the blue M&Ms. So we're just going to highlight just the blue data. Again, do not grab the word blue or the category blue. Simply click and drag so that you only highlight the blue data. If we go up here, we're going to find the minimum. Do not just look at these data and determine the minimum. I want you to learn how to use these tools. Okay, then you'll hit enter. And so it says the minimum value is 2. So I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to type in min. I'm going to put 2. Again, go back over here and delete that value. We got to find the maximum amount of all of the M&Ms. I'm going to let you guys do that one on your own. Don't forget to do that part. You're going to find the maximum on your own. And then I'm going to show you how to find the average number of the red, blue, and orange M&Ms. So in this case, we're going to start off in the red column. You're going to click and drag the red M&Ms. Then, so you've got that highlighted. Now if you want to select another set of data, you're going to hold down the control button, and then you're going, as you're holding it down, go ahead and click on the top blue value and select that as well. And then you can let go of both the control button and both the button on your mouse, and you'll see that red and blue are both selected. Then I needed to find the orange as well. So again, right now I'm going to hold down the control button before I click. Then I'm going to click, and only on the numbers, not on the word orange. And you'll see that now I've got my blue, my red, and my orange values selected. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to find the, did it say average? Yes, average. So, sorry, go back here. Going to find the average, and then go ahead and hit enter. And so it says the average number of M&Ms is 5.2. So here, actually you'll have another piece of data up there, the one that I didn't find with you guys, but so it would probably be here. You'll put average and your 5.2. Okay. That was number 6. Number 7. Next, we're going to find the sums of each of the individual colors. So here's how you're going to do that. And I'm only going to do the first couple with you. So we're going to go ahead and just start with blue. You're just going to click and drag all the values of the blue. Go over here, select sum, hit enter. So you got 126 blues. Do the same thing for each column. Under red, start with the first data, not with the red. Scroll down, find your sum, hit enter. Okay. You're going to do that for each one of those totals. All right, number 8 says, add another sheet by hitting the plus sign. We're going to title this one Class Pie Chart. Go ahead back down here. Going to add that third sheet. Right click on it, rename it. Class, oopsie, spell it right. Class Pie Chart. All the words are capitalized. If you wanted to go ahead and change the color, you may. Okay, so number 9 says organize the sums of the colors on that sheet just like you did for your individual data. So if you'll recall, on our individual data, this is what it looked like. We're pretty much going to do the same thing. We're going to have a column with color, we're going to have a column with total, and we're going to have all the colors laid out with all their totals there. Okay, once you have yours organized in this manner with all of your colors here, when you go to get your totals, you're just going to go back, you're going to go back to the class data tab here at the bottom, and you're already going to have all of your totals here at the bottom. So you're just going to insert your totals there. Okay, so for my blue, I've got 126. For my red, I have 89. So you're going to go back to Class Pie Chart. 126 and 89. 126. For the red, I had 89. and you go ahead and fill out the rest of yours. Okay, once you've got all of your totals, your class totals in your spreadsheet, you are ready to complete step 10, which is turning the class data into a pie chart. So hopefully you remember how to do this from the first time around, but I'll show you one more time. Again, you want to select just the colors and their totals. Do not select the title or the categories for the columns. Once you've selected the colors and their totals, you're going to go up here to the functions menu. Just kidding. Actually go over here to where it says insert chart. Click on that. And then you'll select, sorry, having some issues here. You'll select the pie chart, and then you'll need to make all of those changes like I showed you last time. You're going to want to title it. You can mess with your legend. The one thing that you want to make sure that you do, though, is make sure that your pie pieces match the color that they represent. So right now, our blue is representing our blue, our red is our yellow, but it looks like the rest of these are not correct. So the way you fix that is scrolling down to the bottom to the series. So I need to fix my yellow, so I would select yellow, and I would change the color to yellow. And my orange, change the color to orange. And make sure that you go down and manually fix all of those. Once you insert your pie chart, remember you can click and drag it off of your data. Once you're done with that, you are done with part 2. But do not turn this in yet because there is a part 3.